Well, I think the key challenges of the cargo handling industry is to maintain or establish and maintain efficient movement of cargo both nationally and internationally. And at the same time, ensuring that the health and safety of people and the environment is maintained and comes first. People and the environment comes first. Well, I think there's many innovations and technologies that already are available to the industry to improve the safety and security and efficiency, as well as sustaining the environment, which is very important. The issue is making the industry realise that it pays to be safe. I was at a conference a few years ago where the head of operations of a large international terminal operator basically said their most efficient terminals were also their safest. So it pays to be safe. Well, ICHCA, which is the International Cargo Handling Coordination Association, is the only global association covering the entire supply chain. And it just so happens that the TT Club, who I work for, its members is the same market, basically, as ICHCA. So when I became involved with TT Club 10 years ago, I immediately joined ICHCA. TT Club had been involved with ICHCA for many years, but it's fantastic to be able to work together with an association, looking at safety, environment issues, and working together to help ICHCA members, and also from my other hat, TT Club, helping the TT Club members basically save lives and save money and save the environment. 10 years ago, when I joined the TT Club and started speaking at international conferences all around the world, I'd talk about safety. And I was always put on the last speaker on the last day of the conference. No one cared about safety, no one spoke about safety. But in the last 5 or 6 years, I'm on day one now, and everybody at the conferences talk about safety. In every session of the conferences, they always mention safety at least once. And I think it's fantastic that things have changed. People are starting to realise that safety does come first, safety in the environment. We have to look after people and the environment for our future. By becoming a member of ICHCA and being insured by the TT Club, any business involved in the cargo handling industry will have the access to the latest systems, procedures, technologies through their association with those two organisations. ICHCA was formed in 1952 basically to utilise the things learnt in the Second World War in relation to the movement of cargo or logistics around the world. And ICHCA is a not-for-profit organisation, and its whole aim is to improve safety, security, sustainability, productivity, and efficiency in the whole international and national supply chain. I think one of the most important key achievements, I think, was in I think it was 1971, the establishment of the ISP, which is the International Safety Panel of ICHCA. Today we call it the ISP, ICHCA's Technical Panel, which we cover more than just safety now. It's safety of the environment as well as people, but also efficiency and things like that. That was a big achievement and a big benefit to the industry in the focus on safety, formation of that. And I think another key achievement of ICHCA is its NGO status. Being recognised and working with UN organisations like the IMO, ISO and ILO to establish, help update and establish regulations to improve the safety of people in the environment globally. I think that's a great achievement. In the last couple of years, I think one of the big achievements, both ICHCA and the TT Club have been heavily involved in the VGM, which is the verified gross mass issue, whereby every container going onto the ship must have a verified gross mass, or basically the weight certified. Both those organisations were heavily involved in establishing the regulations and actually helping implement the regulations and get the word out there on what needs to be done. And it helps reduce the occurrence of overloaded containers in the supply chain, as well as in the initial aim to improve the integrity of the ships. I think another example is today. The focus today has gone from the VGM to CTU packing. One of the issues globally is the incorrect packing of containers. And in the last couple of years, there's been a new CTU packing code developed. It's guidelines, it's not mandatory, but it's something that that everybody should follow. Both ICHCA and again the TT Club have been heavily involved in the development of those guidelines and the dissemination of that information to the industry to help improve, again, the safety of the supply chain. We don't want containers to be overloaded. We don't want trucks turning over because they're eccentrically loaded. We want the contents to be secured so they don't move again and cause eccentricity. But also in relation to dangerous goods. Dangerous goods is a big issue around the world as well, and the CTU packing code helps provide information to address that as well. By becoming a member of ICHCA, and also being insured by the TT Club, any business involved in the cargo handling industry will have access to the best systems, procedures and technologies to help improve safety of people in the environment globally.